Okay.
Alright, so, rules for this. We all rolled individual dinos, me, Wyatt, and Jordan, which has not been on this channel for a while, about things that we're allowed to use within this challenge. Now, it's going to seem weird because, yeah, there's like small little issues that will pop up within it, like, but don't let this get too much into your head. So, when we rolled into the actual game, and yeah, I know it's going to say I lost connection to host because of the cutscene actually fucks around with the servers. I kind of wish I could turn off the cutscene, but you can't, sadly. But it's fine. It's not really an issue. All I have to do is just rejoin. Now, we rolled for random dinos. Wyatt got Raptor. I got Woolly Rhino. And Jordan, which has probably played the least amount of this game, got Uterranus. It's going to be interesting watching him tame one of those, I'm going to be honest. I can't wait to see that one. Now,
You say that, meanwhile. I don't know.
what is going to be funny? So, our goal... Well, I'm spawning in the north, guys, to be honest, because I have to do Woolly Rhino. And I'm skipping the cutscene because I can't. I have to actually load in. So, we're gonna be freezing because of where I spawned, and yeah, it's hypothermia 3, like freezing, like it's death freezing. But don't worry about that, because I'm not heading immediately to the Arctic. I spawned over here for 2 reasons. 1, because I'm closer to where I need to be. 2, because I'm going to go over this way and make myself into weird patchy rhino spawn. Okay. And we're gonna go to the actual weird forest area where I'm just slightly in a not bad situation, but none of these areas I actually like being in. Especially up here, but I'm gonna have to stay up here for a bit. And we're gonna be gathering up some fibers, some berries, and everything. So our little adventure of all that. When your first little bit in Ark is always gathering your little nice little resources. I'm gonna have to be up here for a while, game. Like, so, yeah. And we're probably dead, but don't don't worry about this, because, we'll get some free hide. Hey, Wyatt?
Mm-hmm.
What am I watching?
No idea.
I let a raptor to a pack of Apache rhinos and had Apache rhinos kill a raptor. And then the alpha raptor ran up and started fighting the Apache rhinos. Okay. While he's doing that, I'm gonna get away from the alpha raptor. And I'm finding my new friends, the Apache rhinos, for defense. Now, this area is extremely dangerous for a plethora of reasons. This is an area where I will easily get myself killed if I make mistakes. Also, where the temperature goes from like freezing cold to I'm actually hot. Not that it's an issue right now, but it will be eventually. Because water and food is going to be a pain in this area. I did grab a little bit of hide and a little bit of meat from the raptor I got, well, murdered. But, you know, typical. Now, I'm not going to put my levels in yet. And also, I'm going to drop all my promotional stuff that I got. So, okay. And then we're going to slowly make our way to where I'm going to end up calling home. And hope nothing wants to murder me while I'm making it to my place called home. Now, since the only thing I can tame is woolly rhinos, I have no reason for keeping berries right now. Besides my own food source and not dying. Now, we got a Delo right here, which I'm not going to fight. I'm wanting to avoid the Delo because there's, again, no reason for me to get myself killed right now. And yes, I'm at Ark point where I don't even want to fight a Delo. But I'm in a decent area for me right now because this is one of my favorite spots in Ark. There's a nice little crevice pass that leads all the way down to the actual main area that I wish to be in. As long as I don't like mess up and get murdered. Foreshadowing. I should be able to get an easy explorer note over in the middle of the ravine. Now this Explorer note is going to actually give me a little bit of levels, which is what I'm going to need. And then we're just going to die to drones. Mainly due to stupidity. Now, I don't have to spawn there right now, and I can spawn over to the north. Or at North Zone 2. Which is going to be closer to where I died at, but Just sit with me for a second.
My insanity has meaning.
Over here you get nice little spawns, like compies, which are easily going to be what I'm going to focus on not dying to, as I slowly back up and punch. And work on arc time, which is going to be, don't die, man. Again, we're going to get some hide off of this. And some meat. We're going to get some wood off of this. Now, this area is one of the better spawns in the north because you actually get an island area that you can spawn on, like a little shoreline. And the temperature is actually not that bad. Now, there is a problem with this area. We'll deal with that later. But it's, besides like a few inconveniences, this area is pretty chill. So this is where I'm going to not call home, but this is where I'm going to do a little bit of my basic originations. Due to the worst thing that spawns over here is a D-low. Don't get me wrong, I can move over a little bit and I'll get like Carno spawns, but we're not going to worry about that. Now that I have a pickaxe in my inventory, I can start gathering thatch at a lot quicker rate. And I can start grabbing flint. The flint main thing I'm going to actually use, well, actually at this point it's just gathering, but still. We're going to grab a decent amount of flint. Also, whatever metal we get is going to be a happy little day for me. But mainly, we're gathering flint. And then we're going to start using my levels, which, like I said, survivability, which is going to be fortitude, as we're going to try to stave off the elements. For a while, all my points are going into fortitude. Now that I have a somewhat decent actual armada of stuff I can choose between. Number 1, an axe. Number 2, I can actually make spears. Number 3, rain is beautiful. Now before I actually do anything, I'm going to have to start getting some fiber and also ignore where I died at because I'm close. And bugs scare me, and I don't have a spear. And this main focus is literally just going to be me leveling up for the first part, guys. I'm not going to tame a woolly rhino in the first episode. Well, maybe. I might.
Unless, hey, it's not intended unless Lady Luck shines.
Yeah, like, I'm close to where they spawn at, but I don't have the right resources to tame one right now. I mean, don't get me wrong, I have the levels to be like normal Ark levels, which is why you're seeing like low ass level creatures, which is like not normally what you would see in my servers. That's not a coincidence either. I did this on purpose because I wanted an actual like normal Ark playthrough for once. Not all the levels being like ridiculously high, like where my max level on my servers are normally level 210. I want max level to be 150, and that's if you run into one. Basically, everything is official settings besides my taming speed and my breeding speed. Everything else is official. Also, defecate speed. Stuff uses the bathroom a lot quicker. Which I might turn down.
There's so much crap everywhere. It's all the way up to the ceiling, man. What the frig?
Okay, we killed a Dilo. I got poison in my eyes. And we're getting some more hide. Now, my main goal right now is not really to worry about, caring about, like, finding a place to call home. Even though I would like to make a home up at the north. And I probably will make a home up north. My main goal right now is just to gather resources. Like I said, I'm a glutton. I'm a glutton for resources.
I thought it was for punishment.
That too. Mainly resources.
Definitely punishment.
I've gotten so used to fighting higher level creatures that going back and fighting some of like the normal level enemies in Ark is kind of like a relief, if I'm being honest. Because I'm not running into like a plethora of like level like 70 plus carnivores every 2 seconds. I'm running into stuff that you would consider more basic enemies. Or more official rated enemies. That's not me knocking anything, okay guys? I played a lot of official servers. I just typically run with higher level creatures spawning. It's, to me, more fun that way.
More of a challenge when all of a sudden you turn around and go, you know, if you can see if you're, you know, good enough that you can live through like an attack of it, all of a sudden you see like a high level dinosaur attack you and you watch your health go from being full to like, ooh.
Is that moment when you get like when you're just like walking across and get a tap out of level 210 Karkar? That for some reason has like 70 points into melee for no reason. Now that we're actually at a decent area, but not too good, this is going to be where I just went the wrong way. This is where I'm going to be making a little rest stop. Because I'm going to have to make a few things. Also, I'm going to need thatch, which I have none of. And also, I'm slowly overcumbered. Now, if you're wondering where I died at, I died actually pretty close to here. I died further this way to the crevice. But my goal is not to make it back to where I died at. I grabbed the Explorer Note. That's really all I needed over there. It would have been nice if I could have lived, because then I could have had the XP bonus for a short amount of time. But I wanted to be up here for plethora of reasons. Plethora of reasons. I mainly like the area itself that I'm at. It's a nice, you know, view. Now, I can make a bed, and I will make a bed, as we're going to slowly make a lot of visits to areas that I can very easily get myself killed at. And we're going to need some minting paste, which is okay with me at this point, because you got saber tooths, you got turtles, you got, well, a lot of stuff that gives keratin. And you also got insect spawns, and then you have this, like, a lot of creatures that I can kill for keratin. And shitting, if I need to. Now, I know I'm overweight, but I'm making it to an area. Slowly, but surely, making it to an area. Because I want to go build up here in between those two rocks. Explore that.
But gonna go build up by some rocks and see what's that joke on the other side over there. Let me quickly rig back.
We're gonna build a bob shack. Guys, that's like the main thing I'm doing, is building a bob shack. Now, for right now, I want to have the drop wood. And I can't even build a full Bob Shack. It's just going to be part of a Bob Shack. We're making progress. I'll make that. I already know how to make those. That's fine, that's fine, that's fine. Don't need that yet. I don't need that yet. I'm going to eventually need this, and I'm not going to learn any of that yet. Oops, let me show me I have the incomes. Our main goal, though, is that we have to get up to the point where I can actually start making what I need. I'm gonna have to find it. Which is right here. 19. Now, without further ado though, I want to actually have to start working on some stuff. Everybody knows I'm gonna have to get some survivability out of the way. $714. Learn how to make all the hide. Okay. Now, because of the unique thing about a lot of this, all I need is thatch. Now we're gonna bully a lot of levels. For many of reasons. I definitely cannot grab any of these. I'm gonna need a lot of hide. Gather up flint like it's no one's business. Get a little bit more metal. Forget my insecurities as everything. Kill some copies. Get some thatch. And we're going into day 2. And start gathering up some fiber.
Hello.
Hello there. Gathering up some fiber, gathering up some other things. We're going into day 2 of Ark. Now, on day 2, my main objective is to go ahead and start getting some materials and resources that I'm going to have to need anyways. We are going to be out at night through most of this actual thing. And food and water drains are the same as normal at one point, which basically means normal official water and food drains. The reason why my water's not going down is because the further up north you get, the more it rains, and rain does give you back your water. So I don't really have to worry about that. And food, well, I'm not at the point where I need a lot of food because I don't run around as much. So berries sustain me very well. Like very, very well. Now I want to have to grab some stone. Now the reason why I'm gathering all of this is because I do have raw meat. Now, the joke about raw meat is that I'm not going to cook any raw meat right now, because there's no point in me cooking raw meat right now. What I do need to do, though, is spoil all of my raw meat. Which is why right now I'm wasting my time collecting resources. So when I go back and I open up my last crate and I look at my raw meat that's about to spoil, and I can put it inside of my actual thing, meaning telling me that I have about, what, 2 minutes, and then I'm going to start spamming square. Well, PlayStation Square. Typically on a computer you could just do one button and say split all into one. And I'll have a lot of meat that's going to spoil in about, well, no time at all. Now after gathering some of the resources I have, gathering up all the hide from the things I had to kill, then going back into my actual inventory, going back, then going to crafting. I want to make a mortar and pestle. I can only make one of them and I only need one of them. I want to take the spoiled meat out. I'm going to take some narco berries out. Then I want to go over to the actual mortar and pestle. I want to place the mortar and pestle down. I'm going to go back to my resource, and I'm going to store my hide, and basically everything else that I do not need on me right now. Now, for my narco berries to spoil is going to take more time than actually it's going to take for my meat, but I'm not done, because right now I'm actually going to have to need a lot more narco berries. Like, a lot of narco berries. And I know if I get a single narco berry seed, everything's going to be happy, dandy, glorious, and everybody's going to be saying thank you, because I can start growing narco berries, which will solve my whole
trying to knock stuff out later.
My whole issue of having to gather narco berries, because like I said, I'm only able to tame one type of creature. Which is not one of the best berry gatherers in the game, which is okay, but actually none of us got good berry gatherers.
I was about to state, last time I checked, the Velociraptor it wasn't known for its berry collecting, and it's probably in its
they
time.
can help gather meat and hide, mainly hide.
But still, Velociraptors weren't known for their,
Also, you're way more early game tame than I have. Like, if I had a raptor, I would have already had a raptor. I had a very good capability.
My joke is, yeah, and so would Jordan, but sadly Jordan has to tame something that...
Yeah, I feel like we're all going to have to chip in on the UT tame. For, like, a low-level UT, just so we can have a UT early.
I would have to state that as well, because there's probably no way in hell that man's getting it.
Because I'm going to have to, like, take in a lot of effort for that, because like I can tame a low level like woolly rhino pretty easily.
Low level UT?
A low level UT, we're actually going to need a lot of narcs. Like, don't get me wrong, I'm starting to work on narcs, but yeah, I'm gonna need a lot of narcs. I got long grass I can grow. I don't need almost half of these seeds. I definitely don't need azulberry seeds. I am going to need stimberry seeds though, for later projects. Now, narcoberries do get easier later into the actual thing, because once I get a woolly rhino and able to ride a woolly rhino, I can start gathering berries with a woolly rhino, which will speed up my process like by a lot. Because hand gathering narcoberries is let's just say not a pleasant thing. Like, this is why farming is like the best thing in Ark. Especially when I can just shit on command. Like that. I mean, don't get me wrong. Does this help out for my fiber collection early game that I'm working on this? Yeah. And also, this is what most people do during nighttime. They do peaceful things. Or go and grab loot drops. I don't even have a tame, so I'm not going on foot to go grab loot drops. Even though I have all my stuff like backed up, so even if I die, I don't really lose anything. Well, I will what's ever on me, but I'm not planning on carrying anything on me. If I go for loot drops, and I'm not even high enough level to go for loot drops yet, so I need to be like at least level like what 45 for me to grab yellows. I mean, if like lower level ones spawn next to me, like if a blue spawns next to me, I'll go for it. But yeah. Also, that's Carnivore Island over there, guys. Yeah, not going over there. It's a nice little view from my house, though, being able to see Carnivore Island. Because everybody likes being able to see Carnivore Island from their house. My resistance to heat and cold is starting to look better. No. Eventually, I'm gonna like move everything around and get everything a little bit better looking. Right now, I'm not really focused on that being like my main issue, so. Preserving bin. Water reservoir would be nice to get, but I'm gonna need a tap, indate all this, water reservoir, then go all the way up. I'm gonna need one more level to be able to get that, which I'm actually already have, so. Well, my whole beginning of the game is just me doing my planning phase. I'm gonna need a wooden billboard. And a small crop plot. Now, as we're searching for the elusive narcoberry seed, which I only need one of.
Which I only need one.
The moment where I wish somebody rolled an iguanodon, because I would have tamed an iguanodon for somebody. Just so I can get seeds. I don't need a marberry seeds. Thank you, but that's not what I want. Now, the cool part about living where I'm at right now is that I have metal close to me, crystal close to me, narcoberry seed. Sorry, that caught me off guard. I have metal next to me, crystal next to me, obsidian next to me, oil next to me. But I'm also in like... I'm in a peaceful area right now. Don't get me wrong, this is a peaceful little hilltop that you can get to. Nothing really spawns up here. The areas around where I'm at, not so much. They're more like the areas that want to murder you just because you're here. And because it rains a lot where I'm at, that's the only reason why I grabbed a water reservoir. Which is going to be like a really nice thing. Now, the problem is that with a water reservoir, I'm going to need cementing paste, which means I'm going to have to make cementing paste. Which means I'm going to need some keratin or chitin, and stone. Stone, easy. Keratin or chitin right now. I mean, I could kill a turtle and then hunt for other turtles. But, yeah. Level 10
Yeah,
turtle.
they don't want people coming after me for going against the turtle.
Well, the thing is I'm gonna need a decent amount. But instead of doing the water reservoir plan, I could go out to the ocean area, right where you have the Parasar down there and all this beautiful water. Because, I mean, I connect to the water from where I'm at. Like, I am literally just like one little home stretch away, and I could just plant everything I need down here. Like, clear out this little area, plant everything down here. And it's going to be nice, peaceful, cordial. Definitely not going to bite me in the ass later. I'm definitely not predicting that it's going to bite me in the ass later.
Definitely not. They definitely can't tell that this is really going to bite me in the ass later.
Now, joke is now I have a little bit of stuff. So, I really hate...
But what's the punchline?
Oh, there is one. Now, I'm gonna need wood, and I have no carry weight. So we're gonna do something which, as Ark fans call it, dropping everything that's not essential to you, keeping everything that is essential, and saying fuck your losses. Now, due to the irony of me not being able to get like a lot of resources quickly, this is where you start learning something about Ark. You can do a lot of things for a lot of reasons in Ark. The main thing I know, and the main thing I always will know, is when you plant, always plant what you have and what you can do, which is basically me doing 2 plots, saying I don't need any more than that because I only have 2 seeds that I actually want to plant right now, going down the pipes, checking out what pipes I have, and being like, I need stone. Then basically being like, I need an intake, I want to need a tap, which I have the wood for, mainly I just need stone. Then being like, okay, let me gather some stone. And also, another thing. I'm going to have to figure out a way for me to get enough narco berries quickly that I don't need to worry about having narcotic. Also, whenever you see a trilobite, murder it. I'm doing this because I love you. Also, thank you for the oil. Now, I'm not going to get myself killed doing this, but I just want to point out something. So where I'm at right now is connected to the ocean. Meaning you can see stuff like over there, a megalodon, or over there, a Syndrian. Or, you know, a plethora of fish. Again, plethora of fish. But I kind of like this area to begin with because there's a thing about this area that a lot of people don't realize, and that's there's no piranhas. Making this one of the most peaceful swimming areas in history. Like it's always peaceful over here. I do enjoy it. Now, after caring about my sanity for a second, we're gonna make the stuff that I actually did need. Put another point into fortitude, which I'm gonna have a lot of fortitude by the end of this. Trust me. I know, it sounds weird, but I'm going to have a lot of fortitude by the end of this. I don't think anybody knows that I need more fortitude than me at this point. And then we're going to make a compost bin. Because, reasons. And then we're going to go away, go over here, doctor up, don't, I have everything in folders and sometimes it bothers me. Where now I'm missing wood, which I can get wood. I can get wood. Yeah. So now, after I have most of this set up, I go back, go over here, make a compost bin. Then start setting up my early game farm. Which is actually, I know I say early game, but this is going to be like what I use for like basically the whole whole game. Because we have it irrigated now. Meaning I don't have to worry about irrigation. And then we're going to put a compost bin next to it. I'm going to access the compost bin. We're going to throw thatch into it, which we're always going to have to keep throwing thatch into it. And we're going to start catching or gathering thatch for this. Because until I get my tribe mates, I'm going to be playing this game. You only have my shit. Until Wyatt makes a raptor army, and then I can just be like, can I borrow your shit?
Can I borrow like one or like 20 of those things?
Nah, I don't need to borrow them. I just need the shit. That's physically it. I only need the shit. Turkey. Okay, apparently I took a shit somewhere. Where the hell did I take my shit? Shit. I smell you, shit. Where are you? Okay, now that I lost my shit, we're gonna go follow a parasaur.
Now that I lost my shit. Shouldn't do that. It sounds bad for your mental health.
My mental health went gone a long time ago. Hey, we got another trilobite. I want to steal the shit.
Steal his shoes.
It's actually a high level Delo. Especially when you're talking about a, where max level is 150. 95 is not bad.
That's a scary Delo.
Okay. Now, when everybody talks about, is that a level 80? Yeah, it is. So I'm gonna be murdering a trilobite real quick. And this actually helps me out in a few ways. This helps me out because I can start making some mincing paste, which I'm going to need some mincing paste to make a woolly rhino saddle. And also, if I ever plan on building a water reservoir up there with me, so I don't have to go all the way down here to grow crops every now and then, I can just grow crops near me. Silica pearls, oil. I need the silica pearls also, but mainly the chin is what I'm needing here. Okay, now back to what I was doing, which is going to be over here. Go out of farming tab, go over to wood tab, go over to sign tab, look at the billboard tab, which I'm going to need thatch and wood. Okay, thatch, wood, easy. Now I know what people are probably thinking. What the hell am I planning on doing with billboards? Well, you see, I can't tame a creature, but that doesn't mean I can't exploit a creature. Right? I'm waiting for the rule book to be pulled out on me. I don't think so. I should be fine.
I mean, I can't find any logic. I guess we're gonna have to let him have this one.
I can't tame any other creature besides the woolly rhino. But what I can do is trap a creature and make it into my shit oven. And I don't want to hear any complaints. Alright, moderators? I'm forced to do this out of necessity. And I'm gonna have so many points into fortitude that living anywhere here is just gonna be weird. Now I'm almost at the point where I don't have to level up fortitude anymore, but you know, it's still the fact that I have to level up my fortitude for a while to begin with. Is kind of like a thing. It's a stat that I normally don't even level up. Besides like a little bit. Like 10 points for 20 fortitude. Now, this is where you're going to see stupidity on my part. Because I made some billboards. And I made some signs. Starting off with billboards, which is going to be like the main thing I use for a while. And you're going to understand why. You see, billboards are pretty big. Now, it can't stop every creature. And I don't need it to stop every creature. But if I take into consideration two things. One, the fact that I literally just need Ebola. Yes, all I need is a bola. Try to get him as close to my farm as I possibly can. Hit him with one of these. Then do one of these little moves. Now I have a shit farm. This is legal, right?
I see nothing wrong here.
I'm gonna have to ask if like stuff that I do is legal a lot, because I debated for a while if that should be okay. Me to do poop farms without me taming a creature. Because do you know how much of a pain it is if I was trying to do this off of only human feces? Oh, and if you're wondering about the signs, it's because I could have trapped them using signs. I didn't have to use billboards. It's just I wanted to show billboards off. Because technically I could have done a sign trick where you do this. And you kind of can't move around signs. So if you ever want to know tricks about this game, guys, there's a lot you can do with basic items. Like, if you don't want to keep bullying a creature like a Parasaur, right? You can use signs. If you don't want to have to keep doing, like, Woolly Rhino, which I'm going to be taming. If you don't want to keep having to mess around and do, if you don't want to have to keep messing around and doing the weird stuff, you can do a weird little trick where you use a you can do a weird little trick where you can use the billboards. Because woolly rhinos can't walk over signs, parasaurs can't. Raptors cannot walk over signs, so you can do sign traps on raptors. For you, Wyatt.
Understandable.
Now, why people use a large wood signpost over small signpost in most occasions is because people can glitch through these. But typically this works as like a boxing method. Raptors, I will say, the reason why I'm bringing up signs for raptors is because typically one bola is not enough bolas, or not enough bola, and there's a time or between bolas. So 4 signpost, bowl the raptor, places signs around him quickly, and then congratulations, you got a trapped raptor that you can just sit back and hit in the head with your classic either trank arrows, which you don't really need. Now I'm just gonna have to wait for that to start composting before I put in my seeds. Even though I could go ahead and do this little maneuver, do this little maneuver. Go ahead and fertilize it real quick. Then put in 1 seed. Start growing narco berries right here. My growing speed's also increased because I don't feel like waiting like 50 days for stuff to grow. But it's just for the purity of this challenge. My leveling speed, basically the stuff for survival instance is regular. I had to do some stuff to make the series not take forever. Like farming speed or like taming speed or the typical stuff. Random Bronto. Have no idea where that Bronto came from. Is it a sign for worse things to come? Unless a Rex runs down that corridor, no. Oh, and I did check spawns in this area, guys. Rexes can spawn close to me, but I'm fine-ish. Like, Wyatt can vouch, I literally did prep work of this to, like, check to make sure where everything was around me and make sure that where I wanted to build and everything was okay. And like, because the worst thing to have is like those moments, like, don't get me wrong, this is still a bad place, like I could easily get killed where I'm at, but I wanted it to be where I'm not dying like 70 times at the beginning of a series. Which to me is reasonable.
Yeah, I get it.
Oh, I also increased stack limit. So I can throw a lot more stuff in stacks. Again, for reasons. I always hate stack limits in this game. Like, they're so stupid sometimes. Like, oh, meat only stacks up to 50, or some of the resources only stack up to 100. That one level just helped out so much for no reason. Okay, now that I have everything a little bit better planned out for myself right here, this is where stuff's going to take a weird turn, because I do not need a feeding trough yet. What I do need though is a refining forge, a smithy, and then my next level is going to be for the metal tools. But since it's day 2, about midday, 2 a.m. or 2 p.m., we can start doing some other stuff. Also, my thing should be closer to fertilized. My food's still back up to where I need it to be. Calm down, don't run as much. Chill for that. This is going to be a seedling for a while, and the fertilized is not going to last long, and this is going to take a little bit of time. Like, I think we did the math at one point for this where it's just like it actually takes a while. And just because I'm going to actually have to keep this thing fertilized for a bit, we're going to throw in normal poop. And then we're going to check how my poop farm's doing. Be honest, I could probably just use normal feces for a bit. Okay, that took so long for no reason. Narcoberries are going to be the first thing I grow early game. Keep that in mind, because I don't really need to grow anything but narcoberries. I don't need any fruits growing right now. I don't need any veg growing right now. You scare me, Dimorphodon. Ah, we got more poop. So what did you do during day 2 of Ark? I'm not kidding, it's only day 2. I keep having to stress this, like, it's only day 2, and so far pretty good. I haven't tamed anything, but I have a creature producing poop for me. I have a small narcoberry farm. Compost bin working on actual fertilizer. Again, it's going to take a bit. I have a Dimorphodon, which is scaring me, even though they're not aggressive. I'm gonna have to do a little bit of swimming, because I'm doing a check, because I did not check this. I probably should have, but I just want to see. Is this where the ravine down comes in? Okay. No, it isn't. can just hear people now like, what are you doing? You're gonna get yourself killed in water. Don't worry about it. I am perfectly fine doing what I'm doing right now. Especially since, what am I losing if I die? Poop.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't check the waterway to where I was. The reason why I didn't check the waterway is because, like, I don't normally build over here, so I don't know what's immediately down into the water. Besides the lead Sithicus down there, which is pretty nice, I guess. I know it just drops like immediately right here. I see some Megs. The Cindrius is going to be pretty nice later whenever I get the Shocking Traits unlocked. Because that means I get free or some biotoxin around where I'm at. Alright, now for the main event. Grab some more poop. I didn't say the first few days were going to be interesting, guys. The first few days are going to be me doing this.
Understandable.
Collect poop from Parasar. Which wasn't even on the agenda. That's just something that just ended up happening. And don't worry, the lovers of Parasars. I will free the Parasar eventually. After he does his job. And it's going to be a short-lived freedom because I need his hide. And his meat. But he's going to stay like this for a while. Okay, now that my farm is on a decent setting, I can start walking off a little bit and doing what I was going to do. Which is not really anything important. It's just get some things out of the way. And even if it kills me, I mean, it's stuff I need to go to anyways. Because technically, if I show up the map right now, this is where the weird areas mix, where the swamp connects to the Arctic. Like that. Where a random raptor just comes out of the woodworks. When a random raptor comes out of the woodworks, you question everything in life, let me be honest. I was not even prepared for that one. Now this is where I'm going to take some of this. Take some of this, take some of this, take some of this, take some of this. Don't really care. Go over here, go to weapons, go to primitive, go to melee. Oh yeah, take some of this. Make one of this, make one of this, make one of this, make one of this. Make one of this. Well, I'll make like a few of these. And that. And I don't really mind because it's a level 20 raptor, easy kills, easy dubs. I died due to, well, no armor, only have 100 health, and it's a raptor. I can't really outrun it with base speed.
You can only run so fast and only so far.
And I'm probably not going to increase movement speed, guys, because Ark Ascended, you cannot increase movement speed. So you can't increase movement speed in Ascended, so I'm probably going to not increase movement speed and just play game base. I'm going to take my meat back, take this back, take my spears back, take that back. Everything else can pretty much stay on the ground, and I'll take my tools back. Have spare tools. You can never have enough spare tools. You're the ultimate poop farm, but you're level 100. No wonder that raptor didn't kill you. When you somewhat question a raptor for not being able to kill a Theomia, and then you just look at the Theomia's level and you're like, oh, no wonder. You actually do have decent helps. You're useless, but besides it's a poop farm. And I would tame you, if I was allowed. Guys, if you want to early farm, tame a Theomia, feed it stem berries. Congratulations, you have infinite poop on demand. Just make sure it doesn't die, because stem berries decreases food. And then grow stem berries. It's almost going into nighttime of day 2, and I'm finally making armor. A single piece of armor. Armor. Now I will make it back to my house before anything bad happens. What I do need though is I'm gonna need a tool. which is going to be not miscellaneous. It's going to be weapons. It's going to be primitive. It's going to be melee. And I'm going to need stone and flint, which is going to be an easy grab because it should be just like flint, stone. Gather a little bit of flint. Gather a little bit of stone. Make a torch. Why am I making torch? Well, try navigating Ark when it's dark. If you don't turn up your brightness. Trust me, it's not great. We're still doing hide runs. Now, back to where I was at the beginning of this, being basically up here. Now this is where the north starts getting interesting, for lack of better words. And also, don't worry guys, I did see the raptor, but there was a lot of stuff over here, like an alpha raptor at one point, so I'm more cautious of an alpha raptor because you can't bull an alpha raptor. And I don't really have anything to kill an alpha raptor at all. Raptor, I saw you earlier. Where are you? I need your hide. Never mind. I don't know if Wyatt saw that.
I wasn't watching it
I do a level 60 raptor, but I panicked when I saw an alpha raptor.
Nobody would blame you.
Okay. After that, I didn't really have anything I lost to begin with. Besides, like, what? Mullahs? Being like the main thing I lose? Or main thing I lost? Call farmer, don't really bother. I know that death, don't really care about that death. The one over there, though. So an alpha raptor's over there, guys. I'm gonna have to figure out a way to get around that later. And hope it doesn't come over here. I don't even know what level the alpha raptor is. All I know is it killed like a solid like 5 patchy rhinos at one point. Man's coming back with a vengeance. He's like, ah, yeah, you got one of my brothers killed to patchy rhinos. I killed all the patchy rhinos.
What are they gonna do now? You're just like, it's not there.
Everything I'm gathering now is just like basic stuff. I know this Parasar is literally like tired of my shit for stealing his shit. But I mean, it's so tempting. He shouldn't leave shit out. I expect a man like me not to steal his shit.
Steal his shit. Steal his shoes. Stole his watch.
Now, this is not the greatest place to get metal until I actually move to a different place to get metal. Like, I'll get a metal here, metal there. But I won't really get, like, a lot of metal. We're going to get some fiber in here. Not like I really need the fiber right now, but it's going to be a nice little gathering area for me to get some fiber. Get some more narco berries up in here. Get a few things. Then what I need. Run back over this way. Grab some more animal feces. Put them inside the farm. 35. Put this up at 35. Put this right here. I know this is going to take a while to grow, and I'm not really bothered by that. It's just I wanted to go ahead and grow them because they're needed. Eventually you're going to need a lot of narco berries. And like I stated earlier, getting stuff like raw or rotten meat is easy. Narco berries will, unless you grow them, or you have an herbivore that's good at gathering them. Looking at you, Parazar. You're a good early tame for getting narcos. It's a pain sometimes. Now, this is where stuff's gonna get weird because I don't really have anything to actually worry about. I'll go ahead and make a little bit of cloth armor again. Okay. Now for the stuff that I'm going to actually need around the farm. Buster veins. Paris has almost done his duty-full job.
No, you ain't.
I mean, I don't need him forever. You almost never need to keep him locked up forever. The funny thing is when you trap a creature like that and then you build a greenhouse around them, so it's like you have them inside of like a Jurassic Park enclosure where it's like, well, I can see him, he's free range now. Bronto shit. I'll take some Bronto shit. I get overweight almost immediately. Can I get another Bronto shit? Nope, okay. Like, I like the joke here, being that, so how much, narcotics do I need? The answer is, yes.
Yes. Jesus.
Because the thing is like, it's not just for me. If it was just for me, I would only need, like, at most 100, maybe 200. For early? About, yeah. Structures, crafting, fiber, hide, stone. Well, I have stone, I have fiber, and I have hide. Apparently I don't have enough stone. So we're gonna grab more stone. Give me rock for what I must do. You're nice. I mean, I was going to have to get rid of you guys eventually. I was just going to do it with stone tools. Or not stone tools, I was going to do it with metal tools. my goal is by day, probably during this day, get into the metal tool era. Which basically just means I'm going to need one more piece of metal, which I should be able to get. And then start working on getting way more metal.
I'll be back.
Alrighty. Way more metal, way more flint, way more stone. Way more resources that I'm going to need a plethora of. Okay, stone, fiber, hide, wood, thatch, crafting. Make sure that I don't need almost anything else besides like stone and basically just stone. I want to need to make a preserving bin at some point. Trike spawned in. Level 5 trike. Wow, those taming trikes. people may be wondering why I'm being so excited about, like, oh, low-level creature. Well, it's because they're easy to tame, like, low-level creatures are easy to tame. Like, if I got Bronto, a level 15 Bronto, I could tame. Using the same stupid method I trapped in basically the other thing, you could do over Bronto. All you have to do is just make it something that it can't climb over. Which may sound like idiotic or nonsensical, but we finally got a creature spawn in next to where I live that I'm actually scared of fighting. And it spawns so close to my farm that I'm gonna have to get rid of it. So when the joke kicks in, it's like, I'm gonna have to get rid of the Sarco. And I only have one idea for how to get rid of a Sarco. And this is gonna be very interesting, to say the least. Alright, Sarco, you're still behind me. Okay. Now I wake up from a sunny day. I had to. The joke is like, I'm gonna have to wait a while, but at the same time period, I am going to just spawn like random. Is this Sarco killing a Bronto? Doesn't a Bronto have like stomp attacks and also like, you know, decent AoE? State, you know, just stating. There's like a few spawns that you can get right over here, but if I keep spawning at the same one, it's gonna be funny. I'm waiting for that spawn that kills me immediately. Trex, Parsar. Okay, the raptors should be on beachhead now. So me taking this over here should be fine. Or not. The question is how many times I'm gonna die to raptors trying to get over here. Cool. That is like a spawn right here. Thanks.
Greetings and salutations, dear. If these words are gracing your eyes, then you have had the good fortune to find the journal of Sir Edmund Rockwell, stupendous scholar, gallant gentleman, and explorer extraordinaire. It also means that it's entirely possible that I've met some unseemly end on this fascinating but exceedingly dangerous island that I call home. I suppose you could have also stolen it, or I could have misplaced it, in which case, please proceed to either hang your head in shame or return it to me at once, whichever is appropriate. Regards, Sir Edmund Rockwell.
I like how they're actually voice acted now. So long, man, so long. This game just have no voice acting. Besides like Helena for Gen 2. I'm almost at where I want my fortitude to be at. And I can start leveling up other things. I get 4 points per, basically, so it's fine.
How's it going?
Still trying to make it back. I've died to so many raptors.
Understandable.
Speaking of raptors, or Dacidilo. I heard someone attacking a Parasar, and I know there's like a lot of raptors around me, so it's like. Also, there's a lot of thief birds. Also, at one point, I got murdered by a Sarco. Well, Bronto, but I made a Sarco attack a Bronto. And then I started questioning it when I saw Sarko winning. So I jumped off a cliff and killed myself. In desperation. I'm gonna hope the Bronto's here and not the Sarko. That's literally like my whole joke. I'm murdering you. I can respawn on my bed. I'm murdering you. The Sarko? Maybe. You? Definitely. I know you have to tame raptors, Wyatt. They're going extinct around me. I'm murdering every raptor. Every raptor I see is dying today. Like it's not a when and where, it's why am I not going to? Okay, first things first. To check on the Sarko. Because that Sarko kind of like messed me up really badly. And I've wasted a decent amount of time just because of that Sarko. Yeah, if you can't tell. A lot of stuff's happened. I mean, I went out of render distance of my poop factory. So he escaped. I mean, I'm gonna have to recapture my poop factory. A Sarko won against a Bronto. And now there's a Sarko and a Bronto. And a Raptor. Just acting kumbaya, my lord. Or kumbaya. I'm done with Sarkos, man. I can't keep getting jump scared by fucking...
Keep having this bullshit happen.
No wonder that Sarko won. um... Yeah, level 90 Sarko and a raptor that ate 2 headshots from a bow. This little 55 Bronto might be able to kill it, but I have no idea how to lead the Bronto down to deal with it. I'm gonna have to grab my stuff back from where a Sarko just said, "Alright, chief." Well, the question is, what's gonna come after me first? The Sarko, who if it's on land I can outrun, or the Raptor, who if on land I definitely cannot outrun. And to be honest, I have a I have a plan. Bear with me, because I do have a plan. Stupid plan, yes, but a plan. It's moments like this where I question getting arced in a video game. Like, I need you to come after me, Sarko. I only need the Sarko to come after me. This isn't sheep, right?
What?
Oh, you're not you're not seeing what I'm doing?
Oh, capture it, basically the trap, so it's just like, you can't get me now? That's tough now, huh?
It can't even hit the signs. There's only one problem with this plan.
Ah, what's that?
I don't have enough fucking arrows. And at any point he could do shit like that and just start. I fuck it. I'm gonna have to keep using that as a Sarko stopper. I don't know what to do. Can you just stay right there for me? Yeah, stay right there. Ha! Ha! Ha 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 ha! Ha! Give me your fucking skin. And all of your hide, like, screw you. Like, I definitely do not have enough resources, like, kill, like, half the stuff I need to kill, on, like, a normal basis. I was not planning on, like, wasting that much time killing a Sarco. Especially level 90 Sarco, like, that was actually insane. I won't shoot, but I'm not going to grab you because I'm not messing with a Dimorphodon. Okay, now where the hell did the raptor go? Because there was a raptor over here also, unless the raptor bit something that he didn't need to shoot. Okay, so I killed the Sarco. That was my whole day 3 in Ark, basically. Killing a level 90 Sarco. That was the epiphany of me fighting a Sarco. And like so much stuff has happened right there that I'm legitimately like not even concerned about like everything else that happened. I have hide. I've wasted so much stone on like me just being able to live. Like I was not planning on like half that stuff happening. Sarcos, man, they always seem to be where I do not want them to be at. Why can't we just have these spawn every like 2 seconds? I'm okay. I'm okay with this. Level 50 Dodo? Yeah, I'm perfectly okay with this. Until arrows just go inside of heads and just don't register because hitboxes. Off the topic of me just having like the weirdest fight in history that shouldn't have taken that long but did. Because normally I actually have something called movement speed. Again, I understand why they got rid of movement speed, but oof, does it hurt sometimes thinking about that. And thank you, signs. I don't think I could do it without the mighty signs. The thing that has literally saved my life so many times in Ark that I cannot count. What, signs? I'm not even kidding you. They have saved my life so many times in Ark, I physically cannot count. Because they work so well at everything. And then when you get up to the point where you can make metal signs, oh, you're talking about like the perfect way of trapping everything. You either use billboards or signs, buddy. Billboards or signs. Besides things that doesn't stop. I'm looking at you, Giga. I'm looking at you. And I would say like other conniving creatures, but no, use billboards to stop a rock golem. Or a rock elemental. It literally like stops everything. For now, throw everything in here so I can actually move. And then this one, the closest one to my bed is going to be where I put this at. The middle one is going to have my arrows right now. Okay. Now that I have like a little bit of breathing time, learn how to make that, learn how to make that. Learn how to make trank arrows. Then slowly start working on the other stuff. Fur chest, fur pants, fur hat. Next level, learn how to make a stone crossbow, or the crossbow. Well, actually, no. Next level is for the rest of the fur gear. And then it's crossbow and pike. Learn that. And that should be enough for me to live. I need one more level for the rest of the fur gear. Final pick. I swear, if I come down here and there's another Sarco. It's worse.
What do you mean it's worse?
It was a bird that likes stealing shit from you. I killed it. It's dead. It was a thief bird. They're worse, man. Oh my god, there's so many of them. Like I said, the one bad thing about this area, I'll deal with that later. Most things in this area is like, okay, whatevs, I can deal with that. I know this sounds weird, guys, but I want Brontos to be the only thing that spawns in my house. Like, I just want to fill all the spawn areas around my house with just Brontos. That may sound weird, but it's like, I can't. I want predators to stop being around my house. I would rather have 50 Brontos than have a single Sarco.
That bad, huh?
To me, yes. These things are starting to produce narco berries, which is perfect for me. I'm gonna need more feces to throw in here. And we're gonna start working on everything else I'm gonna need. Starting with me having to get metal, which is gonna be a very slow process until I actually go to where metal's at. Which I was planning on doing early, but I'm gonna have to wait a little bit before I do that. Is that flying? Yes, it is. Just a dead megalodon in the middle of the ocean.
Stuff happens, man.
Yep. Stuff definitely happens. For reasons unbeknownst to us. Now my carry weight is abysmal, but my next few levels are going to go into carry weight, so it's one of those things. That Bronto head looked so weird. And I'm so skitzed over stuff right now that I'm like, is that a Rhino-Natha? When I saw that, so I was like, yeah. I'm doing that slow grind for metal right now. Which is how you normally get like your first few metal. What? I think the joke here is like I don't care about starving. What?
No, just...
Gonna go right here. Grab out all of these berries. And eat until I'm like, okay, I don't really care anymore. And throw berries back in. All I need is that one more ingot. Okay, basic metal tools, done. I'm gonna need a lot more metal. I'm gonna need a lot more metal. It's day 3, 4.
Day 4. Don't want to know how many times you died. You know, number. Don't count it. Please don't count it.
I mean, I don't think it's that bad. I mean, I've definitely died way more than that before. Now, here's the joke. Here's the joke, guys. I want to pull up my map, right? The closest area to me that has metal is over there. On the little mountain area that's over there is the closest area that has metal. Now, that's gooch and everything. And that's fine by me. But, it's also a little bit of a pain. This is like where pain settles in. But it is fine. So, I mean, don't get me wrong, there's also crystal up there, and there's some obsidian over there, and there's rich metal. I mean, I'll be fine if I go over there. Or I can just go straight through and go, sorry, and go this way and go to the closer area to me. I mean, they're both iffy-ish close. I think it's more just on the fact, like, which one do I want to do? First of all, I want to wait until it's fucking daytime. Second of all, well, do I have to do a second of all? Second of all, I'm gonna need my arrows back. Third of all, I'm gonna actually have to take time and see here. How much do I have of each resource on me right now? 1, store this. 2, store this. 3, store this. 5, store this. 6, look over here. Fiber and wood. I don't have any wood. I can get wood though. Now, since I'm growing narco berries, I can stop caring about berries for a second. I can start going for carry weight, which I'm going to actually need because each piece of metal weighs a pound. So, ignoring that for a second, that's going to be a slight annoyance. I don't need any of that. I'm gonna need a crossbow. And I'm gonna need a little bit of metal. Like, I don't even think there's river rocks next to me. That's the thing. Wait, no, there's not a single river rock next to me. Unless, okay, I'm going to go out of my way a little bit, if I can live, that is. And I'm going to try to go for a river rock. How much you want to bet the Alpha Raptor's still over there? In the area I need to go to?
No clue.
I mean, I have 2 bulls. I have 2 bullets. Gather some flint. I can drop the stone, I just need the flint. Repair the bow. Five, 10, 15, 20, 25. I have 30 arrows. And I can go ahead and be like, alright. Many things. I can go ahead and drop. Make any of those, but I can make some of these, which will be 1, 2, 3. Alpha wrapper.
No.
Looking for raptors, man. I know there's raptors. That's like the problem here is like I know there's raptors. Eyes peeled for raptors. I love raptors, don't you? I love the X's on the ground. X marks the spot. X marked the spot, man. It's definitely not a lighting glitch or a light glitch. The only issue that I could see coming out of here is legit. I walk around a corner and there's just the Alpha Raptor still there.
True.
That's like the main thing I can see going wrong. Because before I just need to make it past this corner, go over closer to the Arctic region. Hope that I can survive the Arctic region. I can't tell if that is a raptor, a trike, or a...
All the above.
Yeah, basically. Like, I'm not going to run, I'm keeping my stamina. I'll keep my ears. There's the Alpha Raptor. Is there anything in the water? Why did I ask? Like, I knew the answer. I don't know why I asked. Of course, it's gonna be a megalodon in the water. Well, that was a nice scouting mission. Retreat. Tail between your legs. Retreat. I physically do not have the capabilities of fighting an alpha raptor. Like, I would at least need a crossbow or like a small like trap or something just to have somewhat of standing. And you can't bolo a trike, I don't think. Like, almost 100% sure you cannot bolo a trike. My next place I could go is across over to the left and head for that mountain, which I'm not even a fan of going to that mountain.
But
there's, you know.
Very careful of them tickle chickens.
Like, the mountain is over where I'm facing right now. I could go there, or I could go straight through, but I don't want to go through that forest because that's a death trap. So I'm just gonna head over this way. I'm gonna have to clear up weight on me. Okay, drop. Okay, drop. Keep that.
But
because this way all I have to do is just go across. I see a thief bird. I saw a thief bird, but not my main focus. I've practiced sniping thief birds for so long. Where I swear I did not. Raptor, no, come back after me. Holy raptor. swear to God, it's literally like a holy raptor. The amount of times, like, this is probably the most I've ever died to raptors, guys. Like, I know I've died to raptors a lot, if you want to consider, like, the whole time period I've ever played Ark. But, like, in one, like, 3-hour montage? No, this is definitely the most in, like, 3 hours.
But I think I might call it here.
I'm about to also, but yeah, I'm about to call it also, guys. But I was planning on getting level 30 before I called it, and I'm at 29. I'm at 29. I think I'm Gooch right here, so I can exit the main menu right here, and I will catch you guys later. I hope you guys enjoyed the episode.
For all the deaths that were in it.
I mean, I progressed a decent amount. 3 hours, almost level 30. I haven't tamed a woolly rhino yet, but that's gonna take me a bit. Killed a level 90 Sarco. Got a Sarco Suka skin. That was not planned at all. I knew they could spawn up there, but like... But I'll catch you guys. Have a good one.